Hello everyone, welcome back to Airdash Academy. In order to understand movement in Airdashers better, we'll need to re-examine the way we grasp the movement options in Street Fighter 2, since all 2D fighting games are essentially based on it. Let's start with what you probably already know. Street Fighter 2 has two forms of movement, walking and jumping. Jumping provides plenty of benefits. It's much faster and offers evasion against the main vector of attack in the game, but it comes with the price of added risk because you can't block while jumping, and no matter how good your aerial attacks are, they can be countered by specific moves designed to be anti-airs, especially invincible specials. But let's toy with this concept a bit. What if we told you that jumping is not really one movement option, but several, each with distinct risks and rewards? There's backward jump, which is the safest as long as you weren't hit out of the rising part, and is used solely to evade and create space quickly. The price you pay for utilizing it is screen position. Both you and your opponent get farther away from the opposing corner and closer to yours. This is the escaping jump. There's neutral jump, which is evasive, not very punishable when done at mid-screen distance, and gives you access to different aerial attacks that can counter forward jumpers. This is a defensive jump, which allows you to hold your ground. And then there's forward jump. But let's go even further. There are 4 different forward jumps, and again, each is distinguished by its own risks and rewards. There's forward jump done from very far away. This jump is typically very safe, and its main use is to get closer while evading an incoming fireball. There's forward jump from the classic position, which every new player learns to use first. This is the riskiest offensive jump and the most vulnerable to anti-air attacks, but it also grants the most benefit in the form of strong jump-in combos. This is the jump you make when you are willing to fully commit to a strong read, or if you feel like you have to take a big risk. There's the forward jump from a bit farther back. This type of jump has its place at high-level play as a sort of middle ground between the two aforementioned forward jumps. Basically, you jump at that ideal range where your farthest reaching normal will be able to hit the opponent's extended arms as he throws a fireball. You don't get a full combo off it, but you punish the fireball for some damage, evaded it, and got into an advantageous position where you can continue attacking. And this type of jump offers very little risk for such a good reward, because you have plenty of time to confirm if the opponent threw a fireball or not, and in case he didn't, you simply don't attack, and therefore don't extend your character's hittable area forward, which means that the opponent will have a hard time reaching you with anti-airs. The last type of forward jump is the cross-up jump. This is the oddball offensive jump because the risk is not in the landing portion, but the rising one instead. Obviously, this makes it a great Okizeme tool since you can't be interrupted when you rise, but this also means that using it in neutral will be different. You first need to use your grounded attacks to scare your opponent from pressing buttons at a specific moment, which then opens the door to jump and go for a cross-up. This is exactly like using a fake gap to cover for the real gap, like we discussed about in the previous episode. On top of all that jumping, you can also add individual character movement options into the mix. Ryu's ground and air Tatsu, Chun-Li's down forward hard kick, Guile's forward medium kick, back medium kick, and back hard kick, and many more. What you need to take away from all of this is to look at the various movement options in terms of position and risk versus reward. And with that approach, you'll be able to understand the mobility options in Airdashers better. That's it for today's episode. Subscribe and tune in for the next episode where we'll cover other important concepts.